Hey guys, today we're talking about the most iconic sunset spot in the Athens area, which is the Temple of Poseidon in Sounio. Gorgeous spot, look at this. Don't believe that sunsets are only a Santorini thing. Sounio is definitely all the way up there with Santorini. Sounio is located here, a little over 1 hour away from the center of Athens. How can you get there? Well, you can rent a car, of course, but what most people do is they go on a half-day tour by bus. It's around 40 euros per person, which is pretty reasonable considering that if you're two, it's still cheaper than if you had done it by taxi. And guess what? A few days ago, I joined that very tour in order to show you exactly how it works. The tour starts around 4 hours before sunset time, so it's usually around 4 or 5 p.m. The meeting point is Halandri metro station. That's on the blue line, and it's 20 minutes away from Monastiraki or Sidagma. Now, why are you meeting there? Well, because 4 p.m. is the start of the rush hour in Athens. All Athenians leave work and drive back home, so you want to be as far away from the city center as possible. Plus, Halandri is just next to the highway going to Sounio, so it's very efficient. Now, where exactly is the meeting point at Halandri metro station? Well, as you're exiting the metro, you need to take the exit that says to Vrilisia. And as you exit the station, you should spot a tour bus parked somewhere. Don't get on it right away, just wait there on the sidewalk, and 5 or 10 minutes before the tour starts, the tour guide will come to you, ask for your name, and only then will you hop on the bus. On the way to Sounio, there's going to be one stop in Thorikos, a small archaeological site with a very old amphitheater. And as you can see, it's better to wear good walking shoes on that day. I know you want to look all nice and elegant for the sunset, but trust me, you don't want to be walking this in high heels. After Thorikos, you'll continue your way to Sounio. Now, I recommend you sit on the left-hand side of the bus, because on the way back to Athens, you'll be taking the coastal road and the sea will be on the left. But then again, it's not a huge deal because it will already be kind of dark anyway. But yeah, if possible, take a spot on the left-hand side. And by the way, throughout the entire afternoon, as you're on the bus, the guide will be telling you all sorts of stories about Greece. Very nice. So you'll arrive in Sounio a little over 1 hour before sunset, which means you have a lot of time. There are free toilets there, and if you want, there's also a cafe with sea view. And whenever you're ready, you can enter the archaeological site, because yeah, the Temple of Poseidon is part of an archaeological site. It's 10 euros and it is not part of the combo ticket, so you will have to pay no matter what. And you cannot buy it online, it's only there on the spot. And by the way, bring a sweater because it does get pretty windy up there. Now, once the sun has set and you've taken all your pictures, it's time to go back to the bus, and it will take around 1 hour and 15 minutes to reach Athens. And knowing that the sun sets around 8:45 throughout the majority of the summer, that means you'll be back in Athens around 10 p.m. If you're coming in September or October, it'll be 1 or 2 hours earlier than that. Mind that the bus doesn't drop you off at the same spot it picked you up, so in Halandri, it drops you off at Sidagma Square in the center, which is very nice because that's probably within walking distance of your hotel. So the big question now, who is this tour for? Well, pretty much everyone, I would say. It's cheap and it's only half a day, so it's not as tiring as going to Meteora or Delphi, for instance. But then again, it's a bit difficult to compare all these tours to one another, because Meteora, for instance, is all about blowing your mind with insane views all day long, while Sounio is more like a quick trip outside of Athens to go and see a nice sunset and then head back immediately. But of course, if you're staying long enough in Athens, like at least 4 days, you could definitely do multiple of those day trips. That's what many people do, and I think it's a great idea. And of course, if you want to book this tour, I'm leaving you the link down below. Now, for more information on the other day trips you can go on from Athens, you can click here. And then this one is very different. It's about the Easter celebrations in Santorini, the best day of the year to visit the island, in my opinion. And there you go. That's it for today. Hope you liked it. See you in the next one. Bye.